Shelly here. So today the video is going to be about Fomo stake cash-in. So Mike, my business partner, he has an update on the Fomo stake that I want to share with you. Okay, so listen up.
FOMO stake warning. This is not just plain old FUD for FUD's sake. For those that are new to crypto, FUD meaning fear, uncertainty, and doubt. While it could lead to that, I really just want to point out something that is inherently risky about FOMO stake that BNB stake doesn't have, just FYI. And that's them allowing you to withdraw your funds whenever you want. I know people think that that's an advantage, and that's why I wanted to address it, because maybe it is. Maybe the advantage that people perceive, understandably so, of being able to pull your funds out whenever you want. There is a 20% fee that I believe they put back into the balance, contract balance. Maybe the advantage psychologically that offers, with people feeling comfortable about that, helps feed this thing enough for that to be an actual advantage. But here's what I saw with CryptoWare and other programs where they allowed people to remove their funds and not have it locked into a contract. It created tremendous instability. And here's the thing, when there is FUD, and I don't think that what I'm doing here is going to create this level of FUD, but when there is FUD, when people, for example, if they ever see this balance level out, not grow at a rate that makes them feel like this is going to be a success, and people start to remove their funds, it can create a very quick withdrawal of the balance almost overnight, if not literally overnight, which cannot happen at the same level in other programs like BNB Stake, which was the original. There, when you get into a contract for X number of days, if you got into one of the plans, and this isn't BNB Stake, obviously, so it's a little bit different setup, but very similar. If you got into one of the plans in BNB Stake that requires you to have it locked in for 14 days, 21 days, 28 days, there's no opportunity to withdraw it. So it creates stability. People start to have a little FUD. They see it level out. They don't have any choice if they're in plan 4, 5, and 6 in BNB Stake. Here, they could take it out. And that could create a cascade effect of more people taking it out, and just wipe it out instantly. So that's just something to think about. Same thing with the other plans in BNB Stake. If you're in the plan 1, 2, 3, 14 day, 21 day, 28 day also, but there it's paying you returns every day. People are able in BNB Stake to take out those daily returns, but they're not able to take everything out all at once, their principal that they put into that plan. They're getting it out in small segments over 14 days, 21 days, or 28 days, depending on if they're doing plan 1, 2, or 3. Here, again, they can take it all out, all of their principal when they want. And again, while that looks like that might be good for the individual, what it ends up doing, and I saw this with CryptoWare, I saw this with other programs, when there is actual FUD, and this video ain't it, when there is real FUD, and people genuinely get nervous. For example, they don't see this growing for a couple of days. Like in BNB Stake, remember like 4 or 5 days ago, it leveled out and people said, oh, it's dying. Now I came in and said, you can look in the blockchain and see all the transactions and know that it isn't necessarily dying, because in BNB Stake, you can't take your principal out, which allows time for people to reinvest and for there not to be a massive withdraw on all of the balance. Here, that can happen. I just want you to know that it's like a domino. Once a whale takes a lot out early, it can create massive fear. And before this thing even gets off the ground, it can start to cascade really, really quickly. Again, FYI, for what it's worth, it's just a fact. That's not FUD when it's a fact. That is a fact. I'm not saying that this won't be successful. I'm not saying that the psychology around people feeling comfortable being able to take it out won't create massive momentum and end up making this extremely successful. But what I've seen is it creates incredible instability. The most stable projects don't have that built into it. I can see why it looks good that you can take it out when you want, but I just wanted to point that out, because in every case with previous programs that I've seen that allowed them to take it out early from the contract, even with the penalty like this, there was a moment in which too many people did that too quickly. There was real FUD, real fear, uncertainty, and doubt when people saw that happening, and bam, in an instant, everybody withdraws. So just keep that in mind with FOMO stake.